Hello, friends, family, and acquaintances. Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about sensory details in your stories. Have you ever read a book or a story that has no sensory details? Bland. The five senses are important to the story. The reader wants to smell the roses, taste your character's tears, listen to the sound of the rain hitting the window or the screaming in the middle of the woods. Texture is important as it adds layering to the storyline. What does the floor feel like beneath your character's feet? What they see is imperative. And in this, we need to remember to show these elements and not to tell the reader. Sensory details is a little bit of a challenge for some people who are not used to writing sensory details, but they are very important. We have five senses, and those five senses help to push a story along. They give it flavour, they give it, we want to see what colour the clouds are when the sun rises. We don't want to know that it's dusk. We want to know what it looks like as a reader. Yeah, I've read a few stories over my time that have little to no sensory details at all, and they are quite. Although the story's really good, a lot of people just miss out the most important thing. Sensory details is another extremely important element in your story. Whether it's a short story again, or whether it's a novel. Of course, if you've got a novel, you've got a lot more room to fit in sensory details that you can expand upon, because your word limit is quite high. But if you're writing, say, a flash fiction which is under 500 words, 1500 words, sorry, a flash fiction, which is one of the shortest methods of writing, you still need sensory details in there somewhere. So it doesn't matter whether it's a short story, a flash fiction, or whether or not it's a novel. Sensory details are very important. That's another way of not telling but showing the reader. So yeah, I thought jump in and let you know about that. So make sure when you're writing, think about the senses. So if you're thinking about writing about a garden, I want to know what's in the garden. I want to know what the roses smell like you said before. If your setting is at the beach, obviously the beach smells a particular way. Try not to cliche everything. The beach smells like salt. Well, it might smell like something else as well. So just play with it. Have fun writing out descriptions and details about setting. We'll get into setting a little bit later and at another point, but for now, just remember that sensory details are very important in a story, to add layering, texture, all those wonderful things that make up a great, successful short story or a novel. There's also, and just doesn't include this, it includes loads of all the other genres as well. It's not just horror, it's not just fiction either. In, say, let's say a memoir, which is non-fiction, it's still important element in there as well, to use. So just try and remember every piece you write. See if just go back over them and see whether or not you have enough sensory details in there to push the story along. Okay, great. So that's sensory details. So bye for now.